to dedicate this next song maybe to a soldier in the army, humping Batavia Downs Casino, thinking about his old lady that dreams about it. But look, oh God, that's what the problems come from sometimes. I mean, the cat's really scared, and that's why they call girls groupies, and they call passive buttering and iggloo albums anything but Yanni pomegranate Siamese twin polar face piss slit on the wiener tree of a heavenly freaking Caesar peas, potatoes, buck, bivnin. And so they're fucking not in love, man. This is happening. And that's what I want to dedicate this next song to. And don't you ever forget it, man. Or you'll be in trouble with not only Buck, Beavnin, and the real Buck, Beavton, but Stuhler and Stansell as well. The Berenstein Bears are a bunch of no good double dealing pieces of freaking foul. The song. One time there was a hot rockin' posse of Oompa Loompas wielding lead pipes on a reel on strike from one guard, that cocksucker for them man. One Oompa Loompa in particular, his name was Katinka. Been organ va 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 va. He had an uncle who knew someone who knew Jack Hanna, who had a friend who knew someone who knew Chuck Negron, formerly of Three Dog Night. And they enlisted his celebrity to garner publicity for the cause. He was at the head of a procession of disgruntled black-clad Oompa Loompas wielding lead pipes. Very fucking ornery. They said, Wonka, this is bullcrap. We demand our rights. We will no longer, henceforth, dredge cynically challenged children on the chocolate river anymore without special bonus pay. And with a complete nihilistic, entitled higher than the rest of the world, materialistic, nihilistic, atheistic, rich man's complete lack of concern on any level whatsoever for his employees. He looked down from the Wonka factory in spite and said, I will never bow down or surrender or concede in any way, shape, or goddamn form to these Oompa Loompa peasants. Chuck Negron. They can get Mean Gene cocksucking Okerlund too. This time it's another being. They can materialize fictional characters out of thin air to this celebrity garnish. I don't care if they get Sally Struthers. I will never surrender. Never! Oh yeah, video viewers, we're going to pause in this song while I just announced to the neighbors that please don't be scared. We're just filming a song for a video for a series that's one day going to be on the Showtime channel. So then, they got to the front gate of the Wonka factory in downtown Rochester. And while Wonka was looking down, paranoid from being on a bender of epic proportions with some stuff they don't tell you about in the Star Wars fantasment and and the situation of this situation was so grievously unjust and uncool that Chewbacca, a fictional character, materialized over the skies of Rochester. flopped out of the Millennium Falcon, landed at the front gate, made child's play at the front gate. But then Wonka took off in its floating elevator. Oh hey, thank you to Breeze and ruining the shot. We'll try again some other time. We have a unnamed photographer of some famous renown that just walked in and interrupted my fucking YouTube dumbest video of all time, peoples. / Charlie Sheen, please come see Jonelle and I. We're going to start a new golden age on Earth. It's called Read My Lips, Your Motherhubbard Fucking a Pinata. So anyhow, back to Wonka taking off in his floating elevator, man. Well, he shouldn't have done that, because remember Chuck Negron, formerly of Three Dog Night, at the head of the procession of striking Oompa Loompas, got up to the bullhorn and said, Wonka, I don't think you listen too closely to my most famous hit number. You know I love the ladies, I love to have my fun, I'm a straight shooting son of a gun. And then all of a sudden, a giant gun with feet, a 6-foot gun walking behind the procession. It was Chuck Negron's dad. It was a gun. Shot up at the elevator and hit it, and Wonka came tumbling down, man, and he shit his pants, because Chewbacca didn't even exist until he was there. And the Oompa Loompas, normally very polite individual beings of majoritical size and structure, man, they were wielding lead pipes in unauthorized, unapproved, unpermitted street procession, wielding pipes with the complete emotional, off the crazy train rails, man, of being willing to commit wanton acts of pipe wielding Oompa Loompa scabs, not forming a union. Written a long time ago by T.C. Brunzi. It's called Jacob's Ladder. So anyhow, Wonka had another trick up his sleeve. It was an anti-gravity button. All of a sudden, Keith Partridge started floating in the air. All the silverware at every diner on the planet started floating in the air. Couples entwined in sexual congress the world over were floating in the air. Lake Ontario started floating in the fucking air. Little babies started floating in the air, at which point the Oompa Loompas also floating in the air. A duck named Eddie. They said to Wonka, please, we give up the struggle. Let the babies float back down safely. We'll surrender. And Wonka said, yeah. And they said, yes, please. It's not worth it. We must not sacrifice the innocent. And Wonka said, good. Don't you ever fuck with Wonka. And at this point, the being known as Jesus' father, what some may call the omniscient void, the eternal unmanifest, the unknowable of unknowables, the beyond all beyonds, was so sick of our human ways. That was it, man. This was the final straw. And he made something happen, by which being began to unravel into nothingness in the space of about 4 minutes. All of a sudden there was nothing. Not even a song of this one. There's just nothing for a Googleplex, 100 trillion octillion Googleplexes of trillions of billions of millennia upon epochs of nothing. Of nothing. But then he kind of like, well, okay, well, screw it. It's been a while now. There's no other way to spend immortality and consciousness except to fill it out with stuff, so let's go to the next stage of forever. And he made Beam lapse back in from nothingness, right where it had originally left off. Everybody was like, whoa. Even that duck named Eddie, who was about to tell Chewbacca to Aflac himself. But instead, as everybody came back into being, they remembered that this was also Super Bowl Sunday, 2017. And they had only been able to garner the celebrity of Maroon 5 at this point because Tom Petty had already done 2 retrospectives. They were moving down the list. And it was the Super Bowl halftime show later that day, man. When everybody trying to fucking forget that an infinity had elapsed, only somehow it was in the space of a millisecond. So as Maroon 5 went to take the air at center stage for the halftime show, a strange-looking Land O'Lakes logo cartoon pinata of Marie Mastrodonato pinatas freaking descended from the sky. The Land O'Lakes butter she was holding came up, that butter can came up, that one came up, that one came up. And out stepped Jesus Christ with blue skin, with cool hair, aka circa David Gilmour in the Live at Pompeii video, with blue skin and pupils completely black, like he was an enlightened man. And he stepped up to the microphone and everyone was in awe and wonder, man. Freaking 5-star generals the world over. Everything stopped, they were fainting. The people that knew they were destroying the world with their false flag, massive kill billions of people plan were like, we're in big freaking trouble, man. Holy crap. That looks like that's Jesus Christ. And he got up to the microphone and Maroon 5 could have cared less. They were pissed that they weren't going to be able to play their retrospective litany of hits at the Super Bowl. Can you imagine? So anyhow, Jesus Christ got up to the microphone and said hello. Turns out it's all true. I had to save my water into wine ability to make mind-bending humor, baby, like, till now, because I didn't want to be perceived as a joke then. But it looks like a lot of you secret grassy old badgemen. Yeah, you thought it was a joke, huh? There's no life after death. It's just your Luciferian lies and magic and wizardry and power and skill. And Martha Plimpton is where the problems come from sometimes, isn't it? He said there's no way you're ever gonna figure out how being began and how it's infinite. But there is good news. I saved a load of money by switching my insurance to Geico.